four of them seem to be playing well. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, but how do you feel like they've done so far this year?
I thought we've had a good start to the season. For high character, selfless, hardworking kids that'll do anything for this team. So I'm thrilled that they've had a good start to the season, and I'm even happier that they're hungry to do more and to improve. I'm a big believer. You're either getting better or you're getting worse, and we're trying to get better in that room every day at everything we can do.
The way modern college football is with spread offenses, I guess it wouldn't be feasible to get three of those guys on the field at the same time because obviously you're rotating two at a time. I guess it just doesn't work to have three. But have you guys considered it with the way those guys are playing?
Yeah, you would always consider it. It's just the way football is trended.
Right.
Nobody lines up in 21 personnel with the old Moose Johnson at fullback and tight end on the line, and if you don't match their personnel, generally there is a mismatch somehow, some way, and you don't want to put a kid in a situation where he can't be successful. That's bad coaching. So it limits you. You could keep big guys on the field, but you're probably not going to play man coverage simply because of mismatches, with three receiver sets. So it's I would love for the offense to get together across the country and say, hey, we're going to be in two backs every play, and but I just don't see that happening.
Each of your four guys seems to have a slightly different skill set. Can you talk about that a little bit and how much they complement each other?
Yeah, I'll start with Marvin since he's been here the longest, and moved him back to Mike this past off season, and he's very comfortable at that position. Runs extremely well. His confidence has grown. His understanding of the game and really the understanding of being an inside linebacker has grown because he kind of played an outside nickel safety type when he was in high school. So it was a lot of learning for him, coming into college football conceptually, and he always had a good work ethic and was always coachable. But just the nuances of the game, it's been trial by fire because he's had to play a bunch since he's got here. Kevin has just been an incredible blessing. Getting a guy that's played in major college football, who is a tremendous vocal leader, understands the game. Thirsty for knowledge. He texts me at 8 o'clock at night. You got a question about this coverage, and you know what I mean. He just always striving to improve, and so to be able to have him in our room's been outstanding. And then Nick was with us last year and played in the kicking game, rotated in sometimes at linebacker, and his growth from from last year to this year, it's just astronomical. And he's physical, he's tough, extremely competitive, and just his improvement from year one to year two has just been outstanding. So very happy for him and very proud of him. And Dorian's really kind of in the same boat. Didn't play much linebacker last year, was really good in the kicking game, and he was kind of similar to Marvin. In South Carolina, he was more of your safety nickel. They moved him around. He did a whole bunch of things, but not really a true inside linebacker. So his growth from one year to the next with his footwork and his understanding, just he's come such a long ways. And they're all the same, man. They love football. I mean, they love football. They, if we had to rip up the turf and play on concrete Friday night, those guys wouldn't bat an eyelash. Okay, that's great. You know what I mean? They just love playing. And when you love something and you're passionate about something, you're always going to put everything that you can into it. So that's why I'm so lucky, is because these guys are just so easy to coach and to work with.
Marvin, at times, you mentioned he had to learn the nuances a little bit. There were times in the past where he maybe would just run out of a gap trying to make a play. How much more consistent has he got in that part?
What I challenged him with was I want a guy who is not an athlete playing linebacker. I want a guy who wants to be a true linebacker, who understands his fits, who can take on blocks, who can communicate checks and motions, and and that's where he's accepted the challenge instead of just being and he is an excellent athlete. I mean, he's an excellent athlete, and he's now worked to become a really true Division I linebacker with his footwork, with his use of his hands, taking on blocks, fitting where he's supposed to fit in the run game, and dropping where he's supposed to drop in the pass game. And so he's accepted that challenge, and there's still work to be done, but he's made great strides in that area.
When you hear Nick say the linebackers want to be the heartbeat of the defense this year, and they're sort of playing like it the way they're playing, how do you feel? I mean, about that group?
Yeah, it's not anything that I've specifically talked with them about, because they all have different roles within the team. I think they have a lot of pride in trying to play the style that we want to play in that room, with relentless effort, unbreakable toughness, energy and enthusiasm and intelligence. And that's my goal, is to get them to play with those four pillars, every day, every play. And I think if they can continue to do that, they might end up becoming that, for the team. But it's nothing that I've specifically mentioned. I know it's something that they take it upon themselves. That's what they want to be known as, as the energy givers. Because it's like Coach always says, you're either giving energy or you're taking energy. You're never neutral. You're never neutral.
Hey, thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, thanks for not driving and talking. I'm proud of you. Have a good day, buddy. Good to see you.